These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game, able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Throwing is Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The last last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Hurts fumbles it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Taking it right down Broadway. 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They give to Taylor out of the gun. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Allen's throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a fourth down. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. They'll run here with Singletary. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Try and run for this with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL. And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Hurts fumbles it. And the Bills have recovered. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half. Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl. And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Indy. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. Touchdown, Colts! Michael Pittman. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Hurts will throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They go right back to Singletary. And he's got this down to the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Moss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Singletary again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To the air, Allen. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nyheim Hines, his 1st carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. This to Hines on the drop-off. Touchdown! Nyheim Hines, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 79 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now they'll throw with Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Play action. Allen rolling to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This AFC title bout has no doubt not gone according to plan, and these fans, they seem stunned as we move towards the final stages of this ball game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same